When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Welcome back, everyone. Joe, how you been, buddy?
Good. Tore up the golf course today. Not good form for me. Actually, it was actually my first time on the course and first time this summer for sure, I think.
Oh, wow,
Like actually
really?
doing a real round. Yeah, I need to get on. I need to hit the range, really find my form again, because holy fuck. The first couple holes, it was nice, but then like after a while, it was like, holy shit, man, I suck. I used to be good, and now it's just like, oh man, it's horrible.
Yeah, fair enough, dude. That doesn't
Not a
sound
fun
that
watch.
great. Yeah.
Not a fun watch at all. So no, it was good. Yeah, how have you just got back, hey?
Yeah, dude, I'm
Tell
back.
everyone what it's like coming back to Canada. What's the first thing you notice? What's different?
I honestly like kind of like goofy things. There's no meat pies, which sucks. Coffee in New Zealand is like $8 for an iced coffee. So like going to Timmy's in the airport as soon as you land and getting like a cheaper one is kind of nice. But even though like I really don't like Tim's at all, would never choose to go there. Cheyenne really wanted some though, so we hit Timmy's right
What
away.
what's the New Zealand Tim Hortons? Like what's the New Zealand staple
I mean, dude, they,
spot to
they
go?
don't. New Zealand is like, because the population's so small. Like New Zealand is 6.5 million people, and 1.5 are in Auckland. So there's 5 million people in the whole rest of the country, right? Like that's not very many.
Mm.
That's less than in BC. Um, so they don't really have like chains, like they do, but nowhere near like what we have. Like they have Starbucks, I guess. So I don't know. I guess Starbucks, but every gas station there has like a full on cafe in it. Like not like a seven, even like 7-Eleven would probably be the place that has like the most legit food and stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
Canada, like in our gas stations. Whereas like in New Zealand, it's like you have a full cafe in every single gas station. And the most common one is BP, and the cafe in it is called Wild Bean Cafe. So I would say that's like the New Zealand Tim Hortons is Wild Bean Cafe. And it's good,
Okay.
but it's like it's $8 for a coffee. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, okay.
Um, so I don't know, like certain things, like the weather here is gorgeous right now. It's just so beautiful. The mountains, like yeah, New Zealand has some, but they're not like this. They're not
It's not
mountains.
like this, yeah.
It's just been gorgeous though, like the whole time I've been back so far. It's been so good seeing, all my family and all Cheyenne's family. Get to see you tomorrow. And yeah, dude, no,
You've been skipping out and seeing me since since you've been back. You
I
get back and you go camping right away.
dude, I've been
You
busier
get
since I got back than I was in fucking New Zealand. It's been absolutely ridiculous how much shit I've been doing the last few days.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, no, happy to be back, and super excited for the pod because we got some pretty big plans in the near future here.
We're gonna have to like sit down on a weekend and just like rip like 2 or 3 off.
Right? That might
I
be the move, hey?
rent this, get the studio going, and
Like a day.
just do like 3 or 4, do two or
That would
three
be
at least,
so ideal.
right in a row. Might be a little bit.
That day would be a grind.
It would be a grind for sure.
Because like
But we
even
could
doing one
get
interview,
some good stuff.
yeah, oh yeah, that would be pretty ideal actually. I think that's a good idea on your part. Because then it's like we're banked up for a while too.
Yeah,
Like get it
because
all
I'm
done
gonna
in
be.
one day.
I got less than I'm 3 weeks away, dude, from leaving.
You're 3 weeks away.
Yeah,
What the fuck, bro?
dude, August 15th.
Holy
Halfway through
shit, man! And it's the 20th.
Yeah,
Fuck me,
we got a
that's
month.
insane.
I know, dude.
Wow,
You've missed my entire summer break, dude.
pretty
You've been gone
much.
for two
2 months too long.
2 months and 2 months and a week of my summer break.
Damn, that's crazy. Just excited to get going, and we got a very NHL focused episode here. Not a whole ton, like nothing crazy's happened in junior hockey. Haven't heard any crazy rumors as of late. Teams are, ID camps have happened. Main camps are coming soon. Lots of signings, lots of trades. I've made we're going to be doing like posts for every single team in the Pidge, KI, and VI on social media of their additions and subtractions. So stay tuned for those. And I guess we'll do probably an episode previewing each league. We can go over the additions and subtractions of each team. We'll have all the posts ready, and then we'll roll out the posts probably a week after those episodes are released, so that you guys hopefully listen to the pod instead of just looking at the social media posts. So yeah, we're getting that ready, but the KI is so many teams, that's going to take forever.
Dude, and half the KI teams don't even post their signings.
Yeah, I know. And like there's some Pidge teams like Port Moody hasn't posted like a single transaction, and it's like, well, that's a bit fucking tough. Like, so some
You can
teams
go on maybe
sorry?
like the league website. I don't know.
No, that doesn't get up, dude. Sometimes that doesn't get updated until like after the first game. Like, well, at least in the
Yeah.
Pidge, the KI is probably a bit more dialed than that. But yeah, so we're not getting away from junior hockey at all. That's obviously like the main attraction of this pod. So we're excited to keep moving forward with that. But we also, yeah, like I said, we got some big plans, and today is an NHL focused episode. So when we last spoke, we kind of just recapped everything that's gone on. It had been obviously a month since we last recorded. So today we're going to talk NHL draft, not super in depth. We're going to talk about our favorite picks, our least favorite picks, what we would have done differently in those situations, maybe. We're going to dig into any trades that have happened. So we're doing it in order. We're going to go draft, trades, free agency. And we're not going to do every single fucking signing, but we're going to try and get what we can. So it's going to be, NHL focused episode. And if you're just kind of more wanting to hear about the junior hockey, I guess you're going to have to stay tuned for that. Please still listen anyways, or just download it at the very least.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe. So I know you got some picks prepared. So you maybe just want to give us like your favorite pick of a draft.
Well, who won, or like what are we talking
Yeah,
about
you can
here?
talk about like who won, or like which teams you think did the best, or just which players like picks you like the best.
This year for the Islanders reminds me of the year where they took Dobson and Wallstrom back to back. Do you remember that? They had like 13, 14. I think it was in like 2022.
Yeah, I think it was 11, 12. No, older than that, dude. They're older. 2019, maybe.
Was it that old? Well, whatever.
Hang on. I'll find it. Well, it's not a big deal. Keep saying what you're saying, dude. It was
Whatever,
2018.
yeah. 2018. Oh my god, I'm
dude.
fucking ancient.
When did Wallstrom get traded to Boston?
I don't know.
He
Whatever.
played in the minors for Boston last year.
Basically everyone's saying the Islanders ran away with the fucking with the draft, and I actually really agree, just because of the way that they lined up those picks. Like, to get Schaefer, you basically got two high elite potential defensemen and a top 6 potential forward. Like, if we're talking in be a GM mode here.
Yeah.
You could argue that the second defense, what's the guy's name?
Kashawn Aitchison.
Aitchison? Yeah, Aitchison. You could argue he's like top 4 potential. Whatever.
I think
Still
he's
a really
good
high
top 4 though, because he's an absolute battering ram out there. Like, I think he's like, and he fights like crazy. I think he was like 3rd in the OHL in fights this year. I think he had like 7 fights, 88 PIMs. He crushes guys, and he had 59 points in 64 games. So,
is he like opposite hand of Schaefer?
I believe they're both lefties, but I could be wrong on that.
But I was gonna say, imagine them on the same, like as a pair, like they complement each other perfectly if you're
Yeah.
taking two picks for defensemen. But
Yeah, like they have pretty different
their
play
three
styles.
first-round
So
picks were unreal.
yeah, and then I mean the Eklund pick too, because they got Eklund at 16, Aitchison at 17. I initially thought because they traded Noah Dobson, obviously, which we'll get to, for the 17th and 18th pick. And then I thought they were going to package those to try and move up to 5 or 6 to take Hagens, because Hagens is from Long Island. He was an Islanders fan. He basically said he wanted to go to the Islanders. But like, I think Schaefer was the right pick. And another like just such a cool thing is the Islanders stitching the Hockey Fights cancer patch on his jersey.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
And what was the other thing they did? They put like his mom's name on the jersey or something. His mom passed away a year ago from cancer. And just like he was bawling his eyes out on the stage when he saw that, and just like such an incredible moment. Like even though he's such a talented player, and having to go through losing a parent, I can't imagine. So such an incredible moment, and props to the Islanders for doing that. I thought that was really, really cool of them.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree with you.
And then I mean, getting Eklund, I think Eklund's going to be a top 7 player in this draft, maybe top 5. I'm very high on him, so I think they're getting a top 2 of the top 7 players in the draft. I think like with Eklund and Schaefer, and then another, I would say, high top 4 for Keyshawn Aitchison, who's can do a little bit of everything. Like maybe he takes a step back offensively and just becomes a thumper and shut down D-man. I think they'd be pretty okay with that too. So
yeah,
unreal draft. I couldn't agree with you more there.
I had one more team that did well. 1 second.
Oh, good.
Later pick Cameron Schmidt.
I also had that.
Overall.
Yeah.
94th overall for Dallas. Dallas getting another like later round. They took Stankoven in the second round.
Yeah, I think they got Stankoven like 44th. So like 93rd is a bit lower, but it's so similar, hey?
Dude, it's like very, very similar to that. Great pick. He played for Vancouver in the Western League, right? So
yeah, BC boy.
He similar shades to Stankoven there, and I think it's a really good pick. I don't know why he dropped that low. It's because he's small.
He's small, yeah.
Yeah, so it's another
it's the exact same thing, dude.
Scenario.
Yeah.
With Dallas taking another really good high upside pick in the later second, third round from the Western League.
Yeah, like I don't think he is quite the ceiling that Stankoven does, but dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, he didn't get taken. He's 94th overall, right?
Yeah,
it's not like
right. Stankoven was 44. 44, I think, around there, roughly. But like Stankoven should have gone top 10 in that draft, 15 maybe. Like,
I think looking back, every team would take him.
Yeah, Schmidt probably should have been a late first. So, I think this is also an absolute steal for Dallas. I had that written down, and I keep it's blows my mind how NHL GM still takes size so much into consideration for players, especially forwards. Like
thinking, man.
Oh, these dinosaurs in GM offices, man, it's unbelievable. But yeah, I got another pick. Bryce Pickford, 82nd overall in Montreal. He was the captain of the Medicine Hat Tigers this year as obviously like a draft age player. Medicine Hat, one of the best teams in the CHL, lost in the Mem Cup final. He had 20 goals, 27 assists, 47 points in 48 games this year.
Wow.
How the fuck was this guy 82nd overall? And in the playoffs, Joe, he's a defenseman. 13 goals, 11 assists in 18 games.
That's pretty unreal.
Like, he heavily elevated his game in the playoffs. And yes, he had a fantastic team, but third round pick, 81st overall. Sorry, I think I said 82nd. I think that is an absolute steal for the Montreal Canadiens. Like, and you look at what Montreal already has as far as D prospects and just a D core. Like, they're going to be a wagon.
Imagine if Montreal got Eklund and Aitchison instead of Dobson. What would you rather have?
That's a good. That's actually kind of hard because I think like Montreal made the playoffs last year, right? Like I think they're in the mindset where they want to win now. Dobson's a big fish. I don't think Dobson's worth what they gave up for him based on his play last year, but he's on the fucking Islanders. Like, they're a defensive, shitty play style team. That's not his play style. So, I don't think Dobson's great defensively. So I wouldn't put him with Hudson. But, like, if you got Hudson on the first pair with a defensive guy, Dobson on the second pair with a defensive guy, I think you got two offensive dynamos in your top four. Is kind of my thinking.
But imagine Hudson, Aitchison.
Yeah, bro, that's a good. They're both lefties as well, still, but yeah,
both left.
Yeah. So like maybe Aitchison, Dobson, but regardless, or no, they get traded for each other. Never mind. What am I talking about? But yeah, man, I don't know. I think with Montreal's timeline, it makes sense in taking the gamble on Dobson. I think Dobson's from like PEI or Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, one of the Maritimes. So it, probably was a Habs fan growing up too. Could be wrong there, but I think that was kind of a win-win for now. I'll say it for now, but hard to tell. In 3-4 years, we'll have a much better idea of how that goes.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm interested to see where we can kind of get into that, I guess, more where when we're talking about NHL predictions, but seeing where Montreal is going to go, it's like they're very like on the edge. They could either go really positive or really negative in the next couple of years. So I don't know.
No, I think that's fair, dude. One more pick I'll mention, Jackson Smith, 14th overall to Columbus. This guy looks like such a fucking stud, and I'm pretty pissed off that Pittsburgh didn't take him. That's quickly what I want to get into as well. Like, bro,
do you not like anything? Do you not like any picks you don't like?
It's not, yeah. So like, I'm gonna talk about the Penguins. So you have pick 11 and 12, right? You take, they took Ben Kindle at 11. I think Ben Kindle is a fantastic player, and I would have liked him probably like 22nd, which is where they ended up having another pick after they trade. So they take Kindle 11, and I was like, okay, take one of Smith, Aitchison, or Eklund at 12. That was what I wanted. And then they trade 12 for like 24 and 31, 22 and 31. And I'm like, okay, well, you could have just taken Kindle at 22, probably. You should have taken Smith or Eklund at 11 and then still made that trade, and you could have gotten Kindle at 22. And then so it gets to a 22nd pick, and they take Bill Zonin, who, again, I think he's a solid player, solid pick. I like his game. Like, he's good in his own end, but he's also a year older, like a late birthday. So I don't necessarily love taking a late birthday guy that early, because I think a better comparison is if you look at him compared to like last year's draft, where would he have gone?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a bit high for him, but I do like his game. And then they trade 31st, and I actually don't remember what else, maybe a third or something, for 24th. And with 24th, they take Will Horkoff, who is projected to go in like the third round.
Yeah.
So I think Dubas made really good trades as far as turning 11 and 12 into 11, 22, and 24. I think that's pretty good, like getting two mid-late first for 12th.
But then just drafted.
They took the wrong guys with every single pick. You should have taken Smith, Eklund, Aitchison with 11. Made the trade, taken Kindle. I think Kindle would have been available at 22. If not, there were still good guys available at 22. And Horkoff, you should have just taken him a second or third round.
Yeah.
Probably second. I guess if you valued him that high, other teams probably did too second. But I don't think he's that great. I
knew you'd be killing yourself when I saw that trade when they dished number 11.
Yeah, man. I really not super thrilled with the way that went down. I think Canucks fans should be happy about that trade, though, because the reason
I think we got the second best player on the board, and it's good that we didn't take another Swede.
Yeah, I agree. Like, so with the Canucks,
not to be like ridiculous, but
apparently, I don't know if this is true. So when Pittsburgh traded that pick, they traded it to Philly, right? Philly got pick 12. They took I think it's Jack Nesbitt. I'm not high on in that position. He seems like a Philly style player, right? Like, probably not a bad pick for them, but again, he shouldn't have gone 12. Apparently, the Canucks were dead set on taking Nesbitt at 15, but Philly traded up and snatched him.
Thank
And then
God.
the Canucks ended up with Coots. So I think that trade actually ended up working out great for the Canucks. And honestly, as much as I think Eklund is probably going to be better than Coots, I think dude, like if people would have freaked out if they took another Swede. I think Coots was the right pick. Good Canadian boy, youngest captain in the WHL, two-way game. He's hopefully the next Bo Horvat, right? Like that's I think would be a ideal scenario here.
He beat a Sedin in the gross grind
with a 10-minute head start. But yeah.
But still.
still did it. Or maybe 5-minute. Either way. Yeah, man. So I love the Coots pick. Great pick. Yeah, like you could argue Aitchison or Eklund if you really wanted to nitpick. But I like it.
What hand is Aitchison? Left? We don't need another left-handed D prospect. Willander's left-handed.
I thought Willander was right-handed.
1 second.
But you got, anyways, your left side, you got Hughes, D. Petey. Who the fuck's the other one?
Oh, he is right-handed.
Yeah.
Penman got that wrong.
Oh, yeah, but like, dude, the Canucks left side, you're still right about Nottingham. They got Hughes, Marcus Pettersson, and D. Petey. You don't need another lefty there.
What hand's Mancini?
Right.
Okay.
So then on the right, you'll have Hronek, Myers, and Mancini, right? Or am I missing someone on the right?
Hronek, Myers, and Mancini, and then slot. Low-key will be in the mark. When's fucking Myers' contract up?
I think he's still got 2 more years. He signed a 3-year extension last year.
Fuck me.
I know. I'm with you, but he seems like he's big in the room. And like 3 mil in this new cap era is nothing.
That's true.
I got bigger issues
with the Canucks.
I got bigger issues with the Canucks and their decor. I think
we got Forbort right now. That's the problem.
Yeah, like if Forbort plays over DPD, that's kind of crazy. I don't mind Forbort though. I think he's a good 6-7 guy.
I would rather play fucking Mancini over Forbort.
Okay, yes, I agree with you there. Yes, I would. So yeah, that is a bit of an issue. They got a bit of a gem there, but I don't know. Maybe Willander plays the year in the A and Mancini plays in the show. I think that'd be fine.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but
Hronek though is right. Hronek, Hughes, Pettersson, Myers.
Hronek stepped up big last year. Forbort? Yeah, like dude, that's a good decor. I think the Canucks have a top 5 decor, and I've seen lots of like accounts posting and thinking that that's true as well. Like obviously Quinn Hughes is the main reason, but Hronek was really stepped up last year when Hughes was out.
Yeah.
After I think a pretty slow start. I'm still not a huge fan of his contract, but when you look at the other contracts that have been signed now by some D, it actually seems like a good deal. Like the D market is so inflated, it's crazy.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just fucking can't stand our forwards. They're just so bad.
Yeah, so we'll get into that, dude. But anything else about the draft to mention, or are we good to move on to the trades?
Yeah, let's move on to the trades.
Okay. So this one was June 13th, first major trade. After spending his entire career so far with the New York Rangers, Chris Kreider gets cap dumped to the Anaheim Ducks for a 3rd-round pick, along with a 4th-round pick, for a 3rd-round pick and some guy named Carey Terrence. I think he was just a throw-in, like no-name prospect, but sorry, Carey, if you hear this for some reason. I doubt you ever will, but just don't know much about you, and I think you're a throw-in. But what do you like, Joe? What do you think? Like, is this a bit fucked up from the Rangers to dish Kreider? Like, are the Rangers are they past their window or
team, man? I don't know.
So do you think they're still they're going to be able to compete for the next couple of years, or do you think they're done?
Not as good as they used to be. I think Shesterkin's still a top 3 goalie in the league.
Oh yeah.
If Panarin can fucking score 100 goals, maybe. But I don't know. I think they're still a playoff team, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I mean they missed last year.
Maybe a bubble playoff team. You can't like look at them and be like they're gonna be as shitty as they were last year. Like they were abnormally shitty last year.
Yeah, no, that's true. They went on that absolute losing heater for a while. It was like, what is happening? Yeah. And they still almost squeaked in. Yeah, I just look at them and think they're another year older, and it's like,
That's what you keep saying. You keep saying that about New York every time, and then Carolina. No, not
not
Carolina now.
Carolina.
They kind of gotten younger.
I said it about Tampa
Um,
last year, and I couldn't have been more
yeah,
wrong. And I will definitely
yeah.
not be saying that this year. I also said it about Boston. I thought it's funny. I think I said last year. I think Boston has one more year left before they fall off, and Tampa's going to fall off this year. It the opposite happened. But
Yeah.
Tampa's not going anywhere still. They're like, unless Cooch and Vazzy fall off a cliff, and I guess Hedman is getting pretty close to that point. If those three fall off a cliff, they're screwed. But I don't think they are yet. They were all great last year, still, especially Cooch. Holy shit, he's a
I'm here
wizard.
for the Boston fall off. I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome, eh?
You used to be a
Another.
Boston fan. Don't even lie.
I just like Tim Thomas, dude. I just like Tim Thomas. I wasn't a real
And
Boston
Lucic.
fan.
You like Lucic.
I did love Luch. That's true. Another big trade here. Mason Marchment also cap dumped to the Seattle Kraken for a third and a fourth. Absolutely love this for the Kraken. I think he fits in perfect there. And tough situation for Dallas, but what do? You got Mikko Rantanen.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dallas actually did a pretty good job of working around their cap problems. Trevor Zegras traded to the Philadelphia Flyers for Ryan Poehling, a second and a fourth. I think this was a fucking horrible trade by Anaheim. And a great trade for Philly. I think it's going to work out really well for them. Not sure if you have anything to say about.
I don't know. I haven't really looked at that one at all, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I was kind of yeah.
Here's probably your favorite trade. Evander Kane traded to the Vancouver Canucks for a fourth round pick, $5.25 million, only 1 year left.
No salary retained.
Joe, tell us how you feel about this one.
Well, I feel about as good as the guy that came up to him in the bar a week later and assaulted him in downtown Vancouver. So
did that ever get set? Did anyone ever say if that was real or not?
I think it was real.
I think it was too. They really tried to wipe that under the rug.
Yeah, they didn't. Nothing came out of that really at all. Yeah, I just love having another middle six forward overpaid that will score probably 20 goals this year.
Oh, that would be good if he scored 20.
Maybe 20. That's the ceiling.
Yeah.
I just love having the exact same player in six different forms. It's just awesome for a forward group.
Yeah, well then let's jump on. Let's quickly just mention then the casualty of that trade. Dakota Joshua cap dumped to Toronto for a fourth, which is what they gave up for Kane. So it was essentially Kane for Joshua. Dakota Joshua, I know your buddy Armin saw him in the casino one day.
Yeah.
He's had 3 years left at 3.25. So obviously making room for the Quinn Hughes extension, and Kane will be off the books this year. So I get what they're doing there as far as freeing up cap. But I mean, I fucking hate this trade. The guy came back after having cancer last year, struggled, got injured again, struggled, and then you just fucking boot him out.
Yeah.
And
come on.
To quote Andrei Kuzmenko, Dak is the glue of the Vancouver Canucks dressing room. He keeps that team together, composed. I think this is a massive blow and way deeper of a blow than it seems on just the surface of him as a player as well.
If you're keeping Myers for the fucking room, you keep Dak.
If you're
what the fuck? Well, and then you bring in the most toxic player in the league. What are you talking?
Why would you? Well, you traded JT Miller because of this drama that Miller and Pettersson both say was overblown. They were fine. They respected each other as teammates and tolerated each other. You trade Miller, and then you bring in fucking Evander Kane and trade Dak.
Yeah,
fuck off. Was Dak's $3.25 million in this canoe cap era really hurting the team? If it was, I'm sure you could have cap dumped him when the Hughes extension needed getting done. That's not getting done yet.
Nope.
If it came to it, you could have done it, but why? In one sense, this does open up room in the bottom six for guys like Linus Karlsson, who, if Linus Karlsson's not in the NHL this year, that's a joke. They need to trade him and give him a chance somewhere else.
Please, yes,
He's so good.
I want him to be on the team so bad.
He's such a good player, man.
Dude, did I tell you that he returned? Did I tell you this story?
I don't know. Probably not.
I met him.
What?
Did I tell you this?
Linus Carlson? Really?
Okay, so I work at Pioneer and Mission,
Yeah.
and we have a deal with the Canucks, and we like loan out cars.
No way.
And like 2 days after they won, he came in and dropped off his car because we gave him a comp car.
Yeah.
So just like advertising, whatever. They put the Pioneer signs on it.
Yeah.
And I came in and I got to like shake his hand and I like met him.
No way. That's sick, dude. You didn't tell me
He's
that.
skinny, dude.
Yeah, he's Swedish, eh?
He's so skinny. Like in when he skates, no, like when he's like on the ice, he looks
He's
big.
got a wide stance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when he like in person, he's a stick, man.
That's
He's really
funny,
small.
dude. I didn't know that.
He's really small. Like he's skinny. And he's tall though, he's big, but he's skinny.
Wow,
Like
interesting.
he can't weigh much more than I do, to be honest.
Is he taller than you?
He was like, yeah, he had like an inch on me, I think.
Yeah, okay.
We're on the same height,
Yeah.
actually. But no, yeah, he was like, he came into our dealership and like dropped off his car, and I like shook his hand.
Did you just like recognize him, or was he like, "Hey, I'm Linus Carlson"? Like, how'd that go? Or was the boss
No,
like,
I just
"Linus is
recognized
coming"?
him. They're like, yeah, some hockey player's coming in today. I don't know his name. I was like,
Way.
oh, okay, cool. I'll get ready. Like, make sure we can like get the car, and because we gotta like flip it and sell that thing, right?
Yeah.
But dude, like he came in, I was like, that's Linus Carlson. That's like he had like his Canucks, like his Lululemon Canucks hoodie on, and I was like, oh shit.
That's so cool, dude. That's hilarious.
It was really cool.
Dude,
I was too scared to ask him for a photo though. I didn't want to fanboy too hard.
Fair enough. But dude, that's what you've had 2 NHL players come into your dealership in your month in your month of working there. That's crazy. In Mission.
True. Well, I've been working there for two and a bit now.
Okay, 2 and a bit. But still, so you're averaging an NHL player a month.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so
I wonder if we'll see
funny.
this month.
That's so funny, man. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, definitely want to see Linus and Michaud this year, but hate that Dak was the casualty.
I think we shouldn't have traded for fucking Kane and just kept Linus and Dakota.
Yeah, and then I mean, again, like if it really came down to it, where you could not get Quinn Hughes signed unless you traded Joshua, you trade him. But that didn't need to be done now. They are not signing him now. It's not happening. So
no,
yeah, not a fan of that.
We have $3 million in cap space right now. It was nothing.
How much?
$3 million, $3.2 million.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. This was just a horrible trade from Buffalo, but they had their hand forced. JJ Peterka is sent from Buffalo to the Utah Mammoth in exchange for Josh Stone and Michael Kesselring. I'm very high on Michael Kesselring as like a 4th defenseman. He's a good player. Has offensive skill, but he's big. He can shut guys down. And then Josh Stone, I think he'll be a solid 3rd liner, maybe a 2nd liner. I'm not that high.
I think he's good.
Yeah, I think he's good, dude. But like, is he gonna be a top 6 forward in the NHL? Like, I don't know.
I was hating on him, and then I watched the Abbey Canucks play Tucson in their series. And I was like, yeah, this guy's like shit, whatever. He didn't really have that good of a first like maybe 30 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They were up. Abbey was up 3-0, and then he just goes and just scores 2 goals.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, oh wow, okay, that's the same guy, and you notice him on the ice, like skating with the puck and stuff. So I think he's a good prospect.
Yeah, no, yeah, like I think he will for sure be an NHLer. But it's like JJ Peterka is almost a point per game player. Yeah. And yes, he wanted out, like he forced it, but I just still think that's such a shit return.
I'm just happy I'm not a Buffalo fan.
Yeah. Another trade, I actually respect that Florida made this move, and this one's not a major trade or anything, but he's a local guy. Justin Sordiff is traded from the Florida Panthers to the Washington Capitals for a 2nd and a 6th. Sordiff was initially a 3rd round pick, so good business by Florida, acquiring a 2nd and a 6th for him. Sordiff played 1 game in the NHL this season and scored, and just there's no way he's cracking that Florida lineup. So I respect them sending him to Washington where he might get a shot. I think it's probably a good move for both teams. Washington had to give up a lot for guys who played 1 game in the NHL. Almost a 3rd rounder, but
he's a little shit on the ice, dude.
He's so good though, hey? Like he was Charlotte's best player probably in the Calder Cup final, right?
Yeah, we watched the whole Calder Cup final, and he was like the most noticeable for sure.
Yeah, like he's nasty. Should be in the
Him
NHL.
and Blue Mel were both really good.
Is that Matej Blumel?
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed with Boston, I think. Yeah.
Those two guys, and they lost both of them, but those two guys were the most noticeable for sure.
Yeah.
Blue Mel has a sick 1T. Oh my god, he can fire the puck. And sort of just like a little pit bull. He just runs around the ice and just fucking kills people.
Dude, that's the things. It's like he fits Florida's play style too. It's kind of surprising, but I guess they just, yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, but I just wanted to mention that just because he's a local guy. But now we briefly talked about this trade earlier. Number 16 and 17 picks in the NHL draft, along with Emil Heineman, were traded from the Montreal Canadiens to the New York Islanders in exchange for Noah Dobson. We already kind of talked about this one a bit, but yeah, like as of right now, I look at it as a win-win. Both teams made a sacrifice. With this trade, the Islanders choose a direction, and I'm thinking, what the hell are they going to do with Bo Horvat and Matt Barzal? Because I don't think those
Vancouver
guys...
trade Barzal to Vancouver, please.
No, send Bo back, dude. I don't want Barzal.
Send Garland for fucking Barzal.
Garland.
Send Hedel for Barzal. I don't know. Get Barzal, please.
What about trading Lekkerimaki? Is he that good?
He's pretty good, dude.
I don't know, dude. Wasn't he like pretty shit in the playoffs for Abby? Like, didn't he just disappear?
But he was like, he was like out for a couple games. He came back and scored like 2 goals.
Okay, fair enough.
So I don't know if he was like hurt or if he was actually just playing bad.
Yeah, no, like I do think he's good, but it's just like I think he's might be a little bit overvalued as a prospect or a trade chip, and it's like maybe you could send him to the Islanders along with. Well, they can't afford both salary now, so you'd have to give probably Hedel, Myers. Myers probably has a fucking no move clause on his 3-year, $3 million deal, but
send Myers. Okay, how about Myers? I don't know. I can't even build around Myers.
I would say Myers, Hedel, Lekkerimaki, and a 2nd-round pick could get you Bo Horvat. And I think that's quite a bit to give up.
What about like Myers and Hoglander?
Does Hoglander have any? Well, that's nowhere near enough on its own. You got to add Lekkerimaki. Do you really want to trade the Canucks first this year after the year they had last year? Like,
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They gotta make the playoffs. Please make the playoffs.
Yeah,
dude. If the Canucks make the playoffs,
their D is so good, but their forward core is just shit.
They completely rebuilt the D core last year.
Yeah.
They need to completely rebuild the forward core this year. Because they have the goalies, they have the defense, but now it's just going to be like, we're going to win every game 2-1, and it's going to be horrible to watch.
Does Pettersson bounce back?
What? Pettersson?
Pettersson bounce back?
Pettersson 100-point season. That's going to be my... I'm leaking all my bold predictions for the new year.
Nice. No, I like that, though. Okay.
Pettersson redemption arc.
40 minutes already. We got to get Motor in here. We're going to be here all night. Yeah. This was a weird trade. I think a shit move on Columbus's part. Columbus trades 1st-round pick Gavin Brindley, a 3rd-round pick, and a conditional 2027 2nd. Can't see what the conditions on the trade are. In exchange for Charlie Coyle, who clearly just did not fit with Colorado last year, even though I thought it was a good trade at the time. And Miles Wood, who is solid, good, works hard, grinds, but I think he makes like $3 million to be a 3rd, 4th liner. And it's just like, when you're a team like Colorado, you can't have cap like that on your 3rd, 4th line. I don't think so.
I don't know what you think, but I'm not very high on Charlie Coyle.
No, I'm not. I thought he'd be like a good 3rd line center though for Colorado to win last year.
He's a 3rd line center. He's a Teddy Bluger.
Fair enough, dude. Like Teddy Bluger's better defensively though, that's for sure. Even though Coyle,
dude, I watched Teddy. Oh man, Teddy Bluger turned the puck over. So yeah.
Did he?
There's this one turnover of Teddy Bluger where he just fires it right into the fucking slot and fires like a 1T perfect, like right in the other team's wheelhouse just for, I forget what goal that was.
Well, dude, he only makes like
Anyway.
1.5 mil. I think he's a great fourth
Makes
line center.
1.8. I'm looking at the Canucks
Yeah,
depth chart right now.
I think that's a perfect fourth line center for a guy who's won a cup. He's been around. He plays a two-way role, and he can still has a bit of
great for a
touch.
fourth line center. He's our third line center right now.
When I looked at the depth chart, it had Ratty as the third and Hedl as the second, which I like.
Okay, yeah, I guess you just have Ratty and Bluger flipped.
Yeah. Well, dude, like Ratty's puts up points. Why would you stick him on the fourth line and let him rot? Put him in the top 9 and give him a chance.
Put him in the top 9.
Yeah, put him in the.
He wins every.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Face off, dude. He's so good at face offs.
Yeah, dude, that's great. Like, I think
Ratu, Garland, O'Connor's a good third line, I think.
that is solid. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, we gotta stop talking about the Canucks.
Yeah, shit. Sorry, we keep getting sidetracked as if we're So I'm sorry. Back to the Charlie Cole trade. I'm really high on Gavin Brindley as a prospect, so I think that's a great move for Colorado, especially since they had to trade Callum Ritchie for Brock Nelson. Don't love what they gave up for Nelson. Thank goodness they re-signed him, or that would have been brutal. John Gibson finally traded from the Anaheim Ducks to Detroit in exchange for
the Oilers.
In exchange for Peter Mrazek, a second and a fourth. Detroit's still missing the playoffs, and Anaheim gets a decent guy to run a tandem with Dostal. Like, Anaheim's kind of got a good team this year. They just need like a star. Like Leo Carlson needs to make a jump or something, and a second and a fourth. Dude, it sounds like they're like shopping him. It's insane.
What about McTavish to the Canucks?
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I think that'd be a great move. I don't know how they do it.
Shopping him, eh?
Yeah, which is just bizarre to me, but I don't think that's happening. I don't think he actually will get traded. Nicholas Hague is traded to the Nashville Predators from the Vegas Golden Knights in exchange for Colton Sissons, who's been in Nashville like his whole career, and Jeremy Lauzon. I think Nick Hague's good defenseman. I think they ended up giving him like $5.5 million though, which is a bit much, but I like Nick Hague. You get back Lauzon, who hits a lot, but I don't think he's that great. And Colton Sissons, that's a good depth forward, so I don't mind that move for Vegas to clear some cap. Obviously, Hague wouldn't have stayed for the pennies he was making in Vegas anymore, so wanted to get paid a bit. So he ended up with a nice like $28 million contract in Nashville. The Detroit Red Wings dump Vladimir Tarasenko to the Minnesota Wild for future considerations. The Toronto Maple Leafs love this trade for Toronto. Acquire Matthias Michelli for a conditional third-round pick. Michelli had a rough year last year, but you put him on the top 6 with Toronto. He is genuinely, I believe, one of the best playmakers in the NHL. Put him with Matthews and Nyes. I think that would be a fantastic line. You get a bit of everything. Michelli's the playmaker. Matthews is great in his own end. Nyes is decent two-way, bangs bodies. He can fight, he can forecheck, and he can score. I think that would be an excellent line. So I really, really like this trade for Toronto, actually, even though he had a rough year last year. This was a crazy. I don't know how this one ended up happening. Like, how did Toronto have enough leverage to get Nicholas Waugh? But Toronto Maple Leafs trade Mitch Marner to the Vegas Golden Knights for Nicholas Waugh. Obviously, Marner was not going to be re-signing with Toronto and wanted to go to Vegas. Somehow they get Nicholas Waugh back. Yes, it was a cap dump for Vegas. They wouldn't have been able to pay Waugh, especially if they wanted Marner. But I think that's another decent pickup for Toronto. Like, I think Waugh's like a 30-point third, fourth liner. He's been playing for like fourth line in Vegas, which is crazy. I think he's a good third line center for Toronto, personally.
Yeah.
And then Vegas getting Marner, like, I can't wait to see Marner in playoffs with a new team.
It was like It was like Marner jerseys already hung up in the team store like 2 days before that was fully announced. I thought it was fake.
Might have been real, dude.
I think it might have been real.
Yeah, maybe.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Any other big trades? This one, oh my god, dude. Horrible trade by Carolina. But a sign-in trade, which is pretty new in the NHL. Carolina Hurricanes trade Scott Morrow, who is a great young defenseman. I'm very high on him. A first-round pick and a second-round pick in exchange for Keandre Miller. And then sign Miller to an 8-year, $60 million contract. So I believe that's $7.5 a year.
Ooh.
Keandre Miller's.
I don't like Keandre Miller.
I liked him his first couple of years because he was like playing really good D.
Skate.
Yeah, dude. He got asked to do too much in New York after having a really good start, and then very quickly it was evident the flaws in his game.
Yeah.
Is he
100%.
still a fourth or fifth defenseman in the NHL? Absolutely. But you just threw $60 million at this guy, traded a first, a second, and a former second, I think, in Scott Morrow, who is already projecting better than most second-round picks. So you basically traded 2 firsts and a second for a fourth or fifth defenseman, and like signed it, and then gave him $60 million. I think it's a horrible trade by Carolina and an absolute steal for the New York Rangers. Personally, not that I don't like Keandre Miller, but not for this. This is just a ridiculous price to pay, both as far as assets and the contract itself.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. What a trade for the Edmonton Oilers, trading Sam O'Reilly, who they took with a first-round pick, I believe, last year, in exchange for the Iceman and Hobey Baker winner, Isaac Howard. Throw this guy on a line with McDavid next year and watch him go. Like, I think Howard is so nasty, and the Oilers, like this is basically like you fucked up getting rid of Dylan Holloway. You made up for it. Good business by Stan Bowman, as much as I hate to say it.
That's fucking crazy that you said that statement.
I know. I'm
Good business by Stan Bowman.
I'm showing that I'm not biased. I just think Bowman's a shit GM, but that's a good move. Yeah. You can't deny it. Bowman also dumped Victor Arvidsson for a 5th-round pick to Boston, which I skipped over, but another great move. Like that a lot.
Yeah.
One last trade to mention, and not a major one, but a major one for especially Abbotsford Canucks fans, but Canucks fans in general. The Vancouver Canucks trade goaltender Artur Silovs in exchange for Chase Stillman and a 4th-round pick. Yes, we already talked about it, but just going over it again. Joe, as a true Silovs fan, how do you feel?
Yeah, it was sad.
Especially with the Demko and Lankinen situation. Yeah, okay.
But it's dumb. It's really dumb.
Yeah.
I think he's perfect. He's peaking right now. He's getting ready to go, make the jump to the NHL full-time, and you give it to a team in Pittsburgh that needs goaltending. I think he'll make the NHL next year, and I think he'll be looking back at this trade as a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, so I mean, for me as a Penguins fan, I'm pretty hyped. I think it's Vancouver and Pittsburgh trade a lot because obviously Vancouver's front office is both former Penguin staff. So I love it. I think it's great. Chase Stillman was a former 1st-round pick, but he gets like 10 points in the AHL. Like he was an absolute flop, bust. Yeah. Apparently he plays hard. Apparently he plays Abby's style. So something for, I guess, Abby Canucks fans to look forward to because he's not sniffing Vancouver's roster. And a 4th-round pick, like that's a pretty shit return. So great business by Kyle Dubas and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Hopefully we can dump Tristan Jarry somewhere and let Silovs take over as a starter. Because we also have Joel Blomqvist and Sergei Miroshov in the minors, who are both absolute studs. So we now have 3 very legitimate young goaltending options. Miroshov and Blomqvist are, I think, 21 and 22. So Silovs is a bit older. So, maybe we can dump Jarry some point this season, have Silovs as the 1A and one of those youngsters as the 1B, and see how it goes. Then if even 2 of those 3 goalies doesn't pan out, we got options. So I love it as a Pens fan. Yeah. Oh, fuck. He'd probably do okay in Edmonton. He's from Vancouver, right? So, I don't know. Like, he'd probably be okay with playing in a market like that. And, yeah, anywhere but Pittsburgh. Get him out of there. I don't think he's actually that bad of a goalie. Like, he shows flashes where he's a stud. I think he's just, like, done playing in Pittsburgh. And he had some fucking brutal playoffs in Pittsburgh where he really cost us. But overall, I don't actually think he's that bad of a goalie. We just don't fucking need him. So I hope we can trade him. Excited for Seelovs. That he'll definitely be in the NHL this year in Pittsburgh. And yeah, so it sucks for the Canucks. Like, part of me is like a bit sad, I guess, because like going to Abbey and getting to watch Seelovs is awesome. But Joe, if you could go back and not re-sign, knowing that this 8.5x3 deal for Demko is going to happen, if you could go back when they signed the Lankinen extension, would you have just not done it? Would you have traded him? What do you feel about the Lankinen situation?
For
4.5
year at this contract?
Sorry? Lankinen was a 1 year, like $950K. And he got a
league man.
4.5.
I don't know, man. I just would not have paid Demko this much.
Yeah, at least it's a short term though, right?
That's the only positive, I
But
guess.
8.5, I was quite shocked when I saw that number.
Well, it's
Not that he's not that good
now, and then it's 8.5, and then it's 10.5.
Right. Okay. But it, like, cap wise, it always counts as 8.5.
Yeah, that's right.
It goes by AAV. So I mean, yeah, I was pretty shocked by that number. Like, Demko's so good when he's healthy. Like, so good when he's healthy. He's amazing. Like, if he's healthy, he's worth that contract, no doubt. But will he be healthy?
No.
Probably not.
I think he's made of glass, and I think we're gonna end up fucking calling up Nikita Tolopilo to be our backup this year.
Well, he's not bad though. At least, like, that's probably
he's good. He's fucking 6'7", huge Belarusian freak, but I would rather see Seelovs there.
Yeah, I think that's another reason they probably felt comfortable trading Seelovs. It's because they knew that they had him like ready to go there. But regardless, yeah, it's doesn't make it not tough getting rid of.
They also have Yuri Patera.
Yeah, I've heard of. Yeah, I've heard of him. Didn't they draft a goalie high too, Medvedev or something, and signed him?
They took Medvedev or whatever. He's an OHLer.
Yes,
he was the backup on London. They took him high, dude.
Old. That's really they did.
Backup to 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have Medvedev, but I don't know. They also have Ty Young, who's 20. Another young goalie, played in Prince George. Might be playing in the AHL this year, probably. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it just shuffles up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Do you ever wish you could give back to the community and get some awesome gym gear at the same time? Well, Aperio Athletics has you covered with 5% of all profits going towards the Canadian Mental Health Association. Aperio Athletics has officially announced the Resilience Drop. The Resilience Drop is a mental health-focused athletic wear collection that embodies strength, perseverance, and self-growth. Designed for performance and purpose, each piece supports both physical movement and mental resilience. We've been really excited to partner up with Aperio Athletics so far. If you've heard before, we've said we have the promo code with them, Jungle10. That is no longer our promo code. We have now upped it to Jungle15 for 15% off your first order. On top of that, you can sign up for their rewards program and receive an extra $5 off your order. So $5 off if you sign up for the rewards, and 15% off if you use code Jungle15 on your first order. Visit the Aperio Athletics online store at aperioathletics.com to claim the benefits and rewards waiting for you. Be sure to follow them on Instagram and TikTok at Aperio_athletics to be the first to know of all the latest product releases and exclusive offers. This podcast is sponsored by Aperio Athletics. All right, buddy. Well, do you want to get into free agent frenzy here? Only going over major signings, so shouldn't be too bad.
Sure, yeah.
And we don't need like I'll read it out. If you got nothing to say, just don't say anything, and I'll just rip the next one.
Just pass.
But yeah. But if you got something to say, like even if it's something really minor, just feel free to jump in. So the Calgary Flames re-sign Matt Coronado, 22-year-old, to a 7-year, $6.5 AAV contract. I think that this is a guy who started off his career very well, and they're trying to sign. They're taking a bit of a gamble. He's probably not quite worth this yet. I think he's probably worth 5 right now. So they could have done like a 3x5 bridge, but they take the gamble, and I think it's going to pay off. Coronado looks like he's going to be an absolute stud for Calgary. I think this is a great deal.
I am yet to be convinced by Coronado. I think he's good, but I don't know if he's as good as this contract says, but we'll see.
Fair enough. The Colorado Avalanche re-signed center Brock Nelson, 33 years old, to a 3-year, $7.5 million AAV contract. Made a big trade to get Nelson last year, like traded Callum Ritchie. I think he's going to be a great player. Gave up, I think, another high pick. Maybe, I can't remember if it was a first, a second, maybe a couple thirds, whatever it was. Pretty big fail last year in the playoffs for Colorado. He was not very good, but obviously they trust him. They kept him around, and hopefully he can be the answer for Colorado as their second line center. Because if not, the Nate Dogg's going to get angry.
Yeah, I think Nelson, I've never really been high on, but for the term and the average, it's a good contract, like for the scenario. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like he's one of those players that had a really good couple of years and then are like really good season and a half, 2 seasons, and then now he's capitalizing on that. And I feel like he's super easily could go back down to being a very average forward.
Okay.
But it's only a 3-year deal, so it's
yeah, at
not
least
that
33,
that
so it might be the last deal of his career, right?
exactly. He could fall off a cliff really quickly.
Yeah. Great business here by Chicago. Re-signed forward Ryan Donato, 29 years old, to a 4-year, $4 million AAV contract. Donato had over 30 goals this season after being like kind of just a depth signing. Not a guy who I expected to take off like this, but a great year and gets rewarded with $16 million. But I think he could have got way more in the open market.
I don't know. Chicago was just so underwhelming this year. It's just like hard to gauge, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
The Ottawa Senators re-signed restricted free agent Fabian Zetterlund to a 3-year, $4.28 AAV contract. He's 25 years old. Got traded to Ottawa at the deadline last year, and I think performed very well. I think he'll be a great middle six option for them moving forward.
I think he's good. I think it's a good deal.
He just looks nasty out there.
He just looks good, yeah.
The Dallas Stars were able to free up enough cap space by trading Mason Marchment to re-sign 34-year-old forward Matt Duchene to a 4-year by $4.5 million AAV. 80 points last year, I believe. If not, I'm pretty sure he's point per game. Led the team in scoring, I also think that's accurate.
Was he that nasty? Oh my God.
He was that good.
Maybe
he fell off in the playoffs, though. And I mean, maybe he was hurt. Maybe he was just tired because he played most of the year. I don't know, but he had such a good year. Like, keeping him for this price is great if his production stays the same and if he's able to step up and be that guy in playoffs because they need him to.
Yeah, I agree. I think 4 years, you're paying him till he's 38.
Yeah.
Maybe a 2-year deal would have been better.
Yeah. Crazy one here. Jonathan Taves is back after a 2-year hiatus, signs a 1-year, $2 million deal with the Winnipeg Jets, 37 years old. Deal includes up to $5 million in additional performance bonuses. He can make $7 million this season. He makes at least 2, and if he ends up making that full 7, the extra 5 would get deferred to next year's cap. So Winnipeg would have $5 million dead cap next year. The bonuses are pretty ridiculous. It's like $500K if he plays 30 games, an extra $500K for 40, an extra $500K for 50. Like, it just goes up.
Yeah.
And then it's like $250K for round of the playoffs and another $1 if they win the cup and he plays half the games or something. The weirdest contract I've ever seen, but I think it's awesome he's making a return and coming back. I think this is a terrible deal for Winnipeg, though.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, $7 million. He hasn't played hockey in 2 years.
Well, it's up to 5, right? He can't make more than 5.
7.
Oh, that's insane.
It's up to 5 in additional. So I believe it can be up to 7, unless I'm mistaken. But that's insane for a 37-year-old. He's going to start out on the 4th line. Like, in his last year in the NHL, he had 30 points in 60 games. What are you expecting here?
I don't know.
He'll be great in the room, but I thought he was going to get league minimum.
She should be on a league, man.
Yeah.
I low-key like the bonus incentives, though.
Yeah, it's like, cool. It is cool.
I think it's cool. Like, I think, like, why not pay Matthews $8 million and then make him score 40, give him another 2?
Yeah, because he probably
Like, you know
wouldn't
what I
take.
mean?
He probably wouldn't take it, but I like your thinking behind
Exactly.
it. Yep.
Like performance bonuses. It's cool structure, I guess. We don't
Yeah.
really see that much in the NHL. It's
Yeah.
more like football.
No, fair enough, dude. And then I mean, obviously for you, like one of your childhood hockey icons, so it must be pretty cool to see him
Yeah,
making a
it's pretty
return.
cool to see him play again at least.
Yeah.
I'll definitely cheer for him in Winnipeg.
I think most people will be cheering for him, dude. It's a pretty awesome story.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
The Utah Mammoth signed recently acquired RFA forward JJ Peterka to a 5-year, 7.7 AAV deal, 23 years old. I think it's great business for Utah, and I think Peterka gets a pretty solid payday, 38.5 million bones, and he gets out of Buffalo. So obviously that extension would have been agreed upon, I think, before the trade. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been made. But yeah, I think that works out nice for both sides. Peterka's
Nice.
nasty.
I think he's really good too.
I think this is fucking horrible. The Edmonton Oilers signed 27-year-old unrestricted free agent. They re-signed him, I guess, technically. Trent Frederick to an 8-year, 3.85 AAV. This guy's going to get bought out in 3 fucking years.
Do you think he's that bad?
No. Okay. So he had, I think, 40 points, not this year, but the year before Boston. This year, he was hurt, but I think he had like 10 points in 50 games in the regular season. And he was brutal in the playoffs. Yes, he was coming back from a massive injury, so I don't blame him. I don't think he's a bad player, but I think if you look at any time you give one of these depth forwards, like he's a third liner, he's not a top 6 forward, a long-term contract. You look at Barclay Goodrow, he gets put on waivers or shipped out, right? Like it reminds me a lot of that contract, and I don't think it's going to work out well. I like him as a player, but not for this deal. Nice that he's only 27, though. Maybe it works out.
So they're paying him till he's 35.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Only 3.85, which again, like in the new cap era for a good third liner, if he turns back into that player, not a bad deal. I just don't know if he will. At least he hits and fights. The Toronto Maple Leafs re-signed forward John Tavares, 34 years old, to a 4-year, 4.38 AAV deal. Tavares, great deal. I mean, fuck, he robbed them for like the last 5 years of that 11 million contract. So I think it's only right that he took the discount to stay. But I think this works out good for both sides. I think it's fair.
I think he's a good player, man.
He's a great player. He's a great player, but he wasn't worth 11 the last 5 years of his 8-year deal, 7-year deal. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, last 4, whatever. Noah Dobson recently after being traded to Montreal, signs an 8-year, $9.5 million AAV extension, $76 million for a 25-year-old defenseman. I think it's a bit much, but when you look at the rest of the D market, it's like, what you have to. What else do they do?
Well, the D market's ridiculous.
Yeah, so like I think it's fine.
If you want to make money and be an NHLer, be a defenseman. Holy fuck.
Yeah, especially with the way like this new cap era is going. I know I've said new cap era 100 times this episode, but it's just the truth. And then how did they get away with it, Joe? The Florida Panthers re-signed forward Sam Bennett to an 8-year, $8 million AAV contract. That is $64 million for the 29-year-old. And Florida is going to win 4 more cups in the next 4 years.
And Marchand. Get the Marchand too.
And Ekblad. We'll get to those. They'll probably be out in here any second. But I mean, Sam Bennett's overpaid. He's not an $8 million player, right? But in the playoffs he is. And that's all Florida gives a shit about because you know they're making playoffs every fucking year for the next while. So, yeah he's overpaid. Yeah, 8 years is probably a bit much. This guy's never scored more than like 55 points. But they don't care. He just won the fucking Conn Smythe, and he's going to win the more cups.
Presence, man.
And he's going to play for Team Canada again and be a force on that 4th line. Love it. Love it for both sides. Glad he's getting the money he would have got on the open market anyways. Maybe even more on the open market. But he gets to stay in Florida. No state tax. Gary Bettman, you can say whatever you want. Everyone knows it 100% plays a very, very, let's say, relevant role in contract negotiations. Maybe not the most important thing, but if he signed an 8x8 in Toronto, he'd be taking home, 4.5? In Florida, he's going to take home 7?
No, 6. More like 6.
6?
He still has to pay.
Yeah, his agent and shit as well.
Still has to pay federal tax. He still pays like 35%, something like that.
Okay, fair enough. Um, this was another big one. Like, I like this guy. I like Kevin Ball. Calgary Flames re-signed the RFA, 6 years, 5.35 AAV. Just another like example of the inflated D market. 25 years old, 6 years. I think it's good term. I think 5.35. Like last year, he was amazing defensively. Not doesn't do a whole ton on offense, but like I think it's probably a pretty good signing for Calgary. But surprised to see him get this much. The D market's just so inflated, though. It ends up being a pretty fair deal, I think.
Yeah.
Claude Giroux re-signs for one more year in Ottawa for $2 million. 37 years old. Crazy that his career is almost over, but what a legend he is, even though I fucking hated his guts for so long in Philly. The deal also includes up to 2.75 in additional performance bonuses, so similar to the Taves deal. He could end up making 4.75 this year, and then that 2.75, if he makes it, will be added onto next year's salary cap.
I remember how pissed you were when he got on the cover of NHL that one year.
I was pretty upset about that because I think that was the year he like
upset.
dummy Sid in that. Remember that video, that shift where he dummy Sid and then scores? Oh my god!
Yeah,
I've never seen someone do any shit like that to Sid in my life. But he's such a stud. He's such a legend. Like I don't like actually hate him. I just did when he was on Philly. I think this was a great deal. Toronto re-signs RFA forward Matthew Nyes to a 6-year, 7.75 AAV deal. 20 stud, great deal. He's willing to do the dirty work. He forechecks. He was good in the playoffs. People were saying he was going to get 8.5, 9. So I think Toronto, this is good miss this year. 6 years, good term. When he's 28, he can sign one more big ticket.
Yeah.
This was another crazy one that, like, imagine someone telling you this 2 years ago. Morgan Geekie is re-signed by the Boston Bruins, 6 years, $5.5 million AAV for the 26-year-old. He had over 30 goals last season, so I get where Boston's coming from, but kind of might be a one-year wonder. I don't know. He's good. He's very good, but
you needed
is
shorter
he gonna
term
be?
there.
Yeah, but he's only 26, and Boston's shit anyways. So it's like, I don't know. We'll see.
Gamble.
I'm pretty unsure where that contract's gonna go. I'd say as of right now, it looks fine. If I were Boston, I would have probably tried to trade him last year, but whatever.
Yeah.
Alex Romanov, I missed this one, signs an 8 by 6.25 extension with the New York Islanders. I think he's overpaid. I think he's solid. I don't think he's worth 6.25. But he's not bad. He's only 25. Exactly, dude. Exactly. But he's only 25. But I mean, you look at this next guy, Aaron Ekblad, 8 years, 6.1 AAV. So he's like, Alex Romanov's making more than Aaron Ekblad. Like,
yeah,
are you
ridiculous.
Kidding?
But like, juice.
Ekblad took it. I wonder if that came up in his contract negotiations. I don't know. We don't know if we can trust you.
Yeah, probably did.
I mean, Ekblad takes the hometown discount to stay in Florida. Unbelievable. Florida's going to be such a fucking wagon. Love this signing. Evan Bouchard re-signs with the Edmonton Oilers 4 years by $10.5 million AAV. He is the second all-time NHL playoffs point per game leader, and his numbers are just as good, if not better, without McDavid and Draisaitl. Argue with the wall if you think that's a bad move. I don't care.
Just keep eating cap space, man.
Sorry?
Keep eating cap space so that McDavid can't re-sign.
Oh, dude, they just got to they got to find a way to get rid of Darnell Nurse. That's the real problem.
That's all I care about.
Bouchard is getting exactly what he's worth.
Nope. Just keep overpaying everyone, and then not be able to afford McDavid. That's all I want for Edmonton. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Edmonton in a Florida. No, not Florida. Where do you think McDavid's gonna go?
He's not going anywhere, Joe. Like
McDavid's gonna sign
Utah
in Pittsburgh.
He's gonna sign in Utah and
Pittsburgh. He's gonna sign in Pittsburgh, and he's gonna take over Crosby's legacy.
Well, it's okay. Pittsburgh's getting Gavin McKenna next year, actually. So
he's gonna play with Bedsy.
That would be gross. But no, Pittsburgh's getting Gavin McKenna next year, Joe. He's taking the mantle for Sid. Don't worry about that. We got that covered.
Okay.
Mitch Marner signs an 8-year, $12 million deal with the Vegas Golden Knights after being traded there. 28 years old. He's older than I thought. That's crazy, hey? 28.
Yeah. Remember when he got drafted?
Yeah.
You said he was going to be a bust?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you were like, Mitch Marner is going to be the biggest bust ever. He sucks.
That was a horrible take.
You said that in like grade 4
Hey,
or
I
something.
can't say I remember, but I don't think you're making it up, Joe. So I'll take.
No,
I'll
I
take
vividly
that,
remember. I was
I'll
like,
take
Mitch
that one on
Marner's
the
sick.
chin.
He plays on the Knights. He's sick, and you're like, he sucks.
Yeah, I'll take that one on the chin. I've been like a Mitch Marner defender most of his NHL career. I think he's going to go win a cup in Vegas one of these next few years if they can get by Florida.
Good.
I think it's a
I hope he does.
fantastic signing for Vegas.
Did you see him in the press conference? It just looks like a weight's lifted off his
God,
shoulders.
man, doesn't he? He's glowing.
He looks so happy.
Yeah. Oh my God, fucking Florida. Florida re-signs UFA forward Brad Marchand to a 6-year, $5.25 AAV extension. The 37-year-old will be now getting paid until he is 43. I think he should have won the Conn Smythe. Like Bennett deserves it, yes, but Marchand with 7 goals in 6 games in the finals should have won it in my eyes. And yeah, like Florida's going to win 4 more cups. There's not much else to say. Also, maybe the best Stanley Cup celebration videos we've seen since at least Washington, but those two, like I think Florida's might have been better. It's just Ovi's. It's because it was Ovi.
Yeah, I'm so happy he won that cup.
Columbus Blue Jackets re-signed UFA defenseman Ivan Provorov to a 7-year, $8.5 million AAV deal. It's a bit much, but again, this cap era, he's a good defenseman. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
The Canucks re-signed goaltender Thatcher Demko to a 3-year, $8.5 million deal. We already discussed this. If he's healthy, he's worth it. If he's hurt, he's not. He's probably going to be hurt.
Yeah.
The Vancouver Canucks re-signed UFA forward Connor Garland. Sorry, he still has 1 year left. It just... Dude, you're actually crazy. I can't believe... You actually don't like
6x6, Owen, 6x6. Come on.
Dude, he's making the same percentage of the cap as he was on his last deal with the cap going up.
I think give him 3 years. Don't give him 6 years. How old is he?
29.
31? We're paying him till he's
37?
37?
29.
Is he 29?
Yeah, he's a year older than Besser.
I don't know.
I love it.
Short though.
I don't care. You look at every metric and he's fantastic. He works his fucking ass off. He's a fan favorite. He's apparently a beauty in the room. He's hilarious. I love it. I love the signing. Canucks fans love him. Great deal in my books. Now dude.
Okay.
Stankin needs to fire his fucking agent.
Stankoven.
Logan Stankoven re-signs with the Carolina Hurricanes.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
8 years by 6, and he's 22. He was their best player in the playoffs, and he just signed for 8 by 6. He could have at least gotten 8 by 8. I think he should have signed a bridge.
8 by 9.
He should have signed a 3 by 6, and then when he's 25, signed a fucking 8 by 10. He's worth it. Yeah. This is like, but you know what? I think he knows he could have got that. I think this is actually just saying a ton about Stank and who he is as a person and a player. He wants to win, and he's willing to leave that extra cap room open so Carolina can build around him and have a stronger team. I don't think this is actually like fire your agent. I was just kidding. I think he doesn't care about the money. Look, he's getting $48 fucking million. He's not complaining, all right? Yeah, he could have got 64, but I think it's what a big deal by Carolina. But he's underpaid. He's going to be one of the most underpaid players in the league as of next year.
Yeah.
So props on him. Clearly he wants to win, and great signing by Carolina. Back to the Canucks. They re-signed UFA forward Brock Besser. Thank goodness.
This was great.
I was so happy about this, man. I love Brock, even though he's a bit of a what do you call him? Complimentary player. He's not driving the play. He's not a play driver. 7 years by 7.25 AAV for the 28-year-old. I love it. So happy he stays in Vancouver and that my jersey collection didn't take another blow.
He needs to go on a cut, though. He needs to drop like 5 or 10 pounds and learn how to skate again because he needs to get faster.
Fair enough, dude. I won't argue with that. Super happy Brock's back in band. Washington Capitals re-signed defenseman Martin Fehervary to a 7-year, $6 million deal. I think this is a great contract for the team and the player. I think he's worth every penny in this new cap era. And then, dude, like the New York Rangers, after trading Keandre Miller, which was great business, pull this signing off to replace him. Vladislav Gavrikov, 7 years by $7 million. I believe statistically Gavrikov was the best defensive defenseman in the NHL last season. Put him with Adam Fox. Wow, that is an unreal top pair because he can cover up Fox's mistakes on D. He's 29, so he's getting paid till he's 36, but he's a defensive defenseman. You know, usually you can keep your game sustained a bit longer if you have a certain play style, and I think Gavrikov has the ability to do that. Great signing by the Rangers. Again, that fucking pains me to say.
Yeah.
The Anaheim Ducks signed forward Michael Granlund to a 3-year, $7 million AAV contract. He's 33. Wow, I didn't realize he was that old.
7 years?
No, 3 years, $7 million per year.
Oh, I had it backwards.
I think Granlund has been nasty offensively the last 2 years. However, he eats on the power play. I think he's a bit overrated, and I don't like this signing for Anaheim, to be completely honest.
Shot,
Sorry, good shot?
Nasty shot.
Yeah, he's great on the power play, but he's brutal defensively, and he's not that great in 5-on-5. So I don't really like it, but who knows? Maybe it works out. I just don't think it's what they need right now. They have now what they're paying Granlund 7, they're paying Kreider. I think Kreider makes about 7. They're paying Killorn 5. They're paying Trouba 8. Or no, he's probably retained. They're probably paying him 4 or 5. Maybe he's not retained. I don't think they did retain. So anyways, whatever. They're paying Trouba at least 6 if they retain some salary. If not, they're paying him 8. They're paying Gudas like 4.5. Vatrano 6. Ryan Strome 5. It's like, dude, like these Vatrano's like been good, and he has like some weird deferred contract that like circumvented the cap a bit that people are asking questions about. But they just like toxic. They have such a nasty young core. It's like I think they got enough of these older pieces. They can chill. They don't need Granlund. They don't need Kreider. They don't need Trouba. They could have gone without all of them. And in doing so, especially on D, they're jamming up. So now Olen Zellweger and Pavel Mintyukov are apparently gone to the GM and asked if they're going to get some more fucking ice time. And if not, they want out. I exaggerated that a little bit. But apparently there were reports they were unhappy with their ice time. And I think that's completely fucking valid.
Well, yeah, Zellweger's a top 10 deep prospect, if not.
He's nasty.
Maybe he's disgusting.
Not getting enough minutes. Joe, we got about 8 more here. We're almost done. We've powered through.
Okay, fire him through.
The Buffalo Sabres re-signed RFA forward Ryan McLeod to a 4-year by $5 million AAV contract for the 25-year-old. He was one of Buffalo's bright spots last year, even though they had to give up Matt Savoy to get him. It looks like that trade might be a win-win, to be completely honest.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't know.
Obviously a higher ceiling on Savoy.
It's so much better.
100%.
Yeah.
Brent Burns signs a 1-year, $1 million contract with the Colorado Avalanche. He's 40 years old. He can receive up to $4 million from achieving bonuses. So the way that's worded, I believe, means an extra 4 total.
Right.
It doesn't say in additional. It says up to. So I love that for Colorado, actually. I think that's great. That's perfect. Bringing in a vet. Everyone loves him. He can still play. Like, I think it's solid. I like it.
60, man.
Yeah. The San Jose Sharks signed defenseman Dmitry Orlov to a 2-year, $6.5 million deal. Orlov clearly just wanted to get paid, and San Jose's D-core is an abomination, so it fills up maybe so they don't come absolute last this year, which I don't know, like, why wouldn't you want to come
just
last
going down
one
to the
more?
Beach.
Dude, if they come last one more time, like, they're set forever. They have such a bright future. But anyways, not a bad signing for San Jose, I guess. Like, veteran presence, seems solid.
Going to the beach. That's what he wants.
Yeah,
he's retiring.
Yeah, man. Yeah, honestly. And then he'll go back to Russia as well for a bit. The Carolina Hurricanes signed UFA forward Nikolai Ehlers to a 6-year, $8.5 million AAV. I think he got a little overpaid on the AAV, but I like the 6 years for the 29-year-old, and I think he fits in fantastic in Carolina's system, and I think that's another huge piece for them to add. If only
Canucks should have signed him.
if only they didn't sign Keandre Miller and did something else with that $7.5 million. Yes, the Canucks absolutely should have signed him if they could have.
Who would you rather have? Fucking Garland and no, wait, this is a stupid point. Garland and Demko or Ehlers?
Oh, Garland and Demko. Like,
yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think I'd rather have Garland at 6 than Ehlers at 8.5. To be completely honest.
Fair enough. Would you rather have Demko or fucking Ehlers?
Ehlers. Well, yeah. Like, is Demko healthy? Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay, would you rather have Demko and Forbert or Ehlers? That's the comparison.
Probably Ehlers.
Probably Ehlers. Stop trying to defend fucking Alvin's moves here.
I'm not trying to defend him. I think he's made some fucking shit moves. I just love the Garland signing, and a Demko's could be good. I hate, like, it's not that Demko's making 8.5. It's that their goalies combined are making 13. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's so much to spend on goaltending. But the Philadelphia Flyers re-signed defenseman Cam York to a 5-year, $5.15 AAV, 24 years old. I think this is a good, fair signing for both sides. Not much else to say about it. The Utah Mammoth signed RFA forward Jack McBain to a 5-year by $4.25 contract. He's 25 years old. Jack McBain had 27 points last year. 78 PIMs. Like, he's tough. He works hard. I don't know if he's worth this much. But, like, again, new cap going up. It's not that much money. Like, it'll be okay. I want to hear your thoughts here, Joe, because the goalie, the Anaheim Ducks re-signed RFA goaltender Lucas Dostal to a 5-year, $6.5 AAV.
Dude, he's 24 and he's played over 100 games in the NHL. Like, are you kidding me? He
was excellent this year.
Like, come on. You know how many goalies that age that have played that many games? There's like 3.
Yeah, fucking amazing deal in my eyes, and I'm glad you see it the same way. The Winnipeg Jets have re-signed forward Gabe Vilardi to a 6-year contract extension. Doesn't say the AAV anywhere. Don't know why, but 6 years for Gabe Vilardi. I think it was like 7.5. Which, like, I think it's pretty reasonable for Vilardi. Like, he came over in the Pierre-Luc Dubois trade, and that trade ended up working out great for Winnipeg. So, they have Iafallo too, who's a good two-way center. So yeah, no, I think it's a good signing. Again, like, maybe a tiny bit much, but it's not a big deal at the end of the day.
7.5, yeah.
Yeah, buddy, we just crushed the draft, every trade, and free agency. Some fucking massive moves this year. Like, the NHL is going to be very, very different next year. I think it was a busier, even though, like, the UFA period was boring, the RFA period and the trade period and the draft was awesome this year, I think. Some big moves.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching the draft this year. I don't know what it was.
You like the decentralized 5-hour first round?
It was, I don't know. It was like, yeah. I'd rather have, like, they can do it better. They can combine the two aspects of it.
I agree.
Like,
the Zoom calls were a bit tough.
What's up?
The Zoom calls were a bit tough.
Listen to Alvin talk on a fucking Zoom call with Braden Coots was horrible.
Dude, when it was Boston's pick and Hagens just goes up and he's like, they're not, like, their screen's frozen or muted or whatever, and he's just like, thanks for picking me.
It's like, dude. And then Schaefer's like having an emotional fucking reaction and he's going on a Zoom call. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, man. I'm with you. Zoom calls with Goofy. But yeah, like, I just love watching the draft every year, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
I didn't think it was
I always
stupid.
enjoy watching the draft, I guess.
You know, like some of the celebrity things were cool. Like, you know, Happy Gilmore picking Hagens was cool and like shit like that. But some of it was also really corny. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, are we doing it? Do you want to talk about anything else? Or is that kind of wrapping up?
That was all I had for today. I just wanted to rip through the NHL. I don't have anything else off the top of my head.
Chelsea won the Club World Cup.
There you go. You can rub that in my face. Fuck
Woo!
you. Fuck Chelsea.
Let's go. Let's go.
Dumb tournament anyways.
Dumbass tournament. Yeah, it's the stupidest tournament ever. But we'll have a sick, nice crest right in the middle of our jersey.
I saw that,
with
dude.
World champions on it. It's cool.
Nice to see Cole Palmer come alive after being so bad in the second half of the Prem last year.
Dude, he's so good.
He's
man.
amazing.
Shut up.
I love Cole Palmer.
I might buy a Palmer shirt with the crest on.
Yeah, you should. You should do. Like, he's gonna be there for a long time. He's a stud.
I'll send you a photo of the one that I want to buy.
Yeah,
but it's like a black shirt. Oh, it's so
dude,
cool.
How good was Hal Pedro for them?
Oh,
like he's the solution there. Hey, him and Delap. But like, what now? They have Delap too, and he's just like already lost his job.
Yeah, it's so sick. I want to get, but like Delap is like the next Kane. I swear to God.
Yeah, he's all England's got, so he better pan out.
Oh wait, no, dude. I agree. We needed 2 new strikers, but now we need a goalie, a keeper.
Yeah, you don't like Sanchez?
No, he played really well in the final, but I don't think he. If we sign like they were talking about AC Milan's goalkeeper, Mike Manigan, he's the French goalkeeper.
Oh, okay, yep.
He's actually good. But yeah, no, I think I agree with you, dude. Like getting rid of Nico Jackson, where he can't score or do anything,
fucking sucks. Palmer was screaming at him that one game, eh?
He sucks, man. I hope they can get rid of him, get some money.
Yeah.
But yeah, those 2 guys just kind of tie the team together. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I got nothing else, bro. We'll get back. We'll try and get back into talking a bit of junior next week. Maybe I'll try and dig for rumors or something a little bit more exciting.
I'm digging, buddy.
We have some big interviews coming, guys.
Yeah, we got to coordinate this here.
Yeah. So we'll thank you. Yeah, sorry. Fuck. Thank you guys so much for listening. Again, sorry that there was a bit of a wait between this one and the last one, but I had to come home from New Zealand.
Owen's moving back. You gotta understand.
Lots going on, but lots more content coming in the summer soon, and pretty pumped for it. As always, please be sure to download the episode, download all our episodes, follow us on every social media platform, subscribe to our YouTube, like, comment, interact with our account, share it with your friends, whatever you got to do, anything that supports the pod. And thanks a ton, Joe. Nice to chat with you again, and looking forward to going for dinner and some drinks tomorrow.
Let's go get some beers tomorrow. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, everyone.